This episode is sponsored in part by Lucky Duck Games. Check out their game, Chronicles of Crime.
Welcome to Tantramath Studio D. I'm Kevin Delp. Today we'll be looking at board games launching the first half of March 2019 on Kickstarter. And real quick, I opened up and started a Facebook page about these board games launching on Kickstarter. I'll put a link in the description below. It's called Board Games Launching on Kickstarter. It's a Facebook page. Come join us and be part of that community. Congratulations to the winners of these expansion packs. I've already contacted you, and just in case you missed it, I'll put your names in the description below. In today's video, I have Codenames Harry Potter to give away, so check back at the end of the video so you can enter and find out how you can enter for a chance to win this copy of Codenames Harry Potter. Let's get started on today's video.
These next few launch on March 1st. We have the Feudum expansion called Rudders and Ramparts. It's for 2 to 6 players and coming from Oddbird Games. It features a artisan edition for vessels and castles that can be used purely for decoration or to play a military variant. Dreaming Dragon Games launches Chaos Kingdoms, a game for 2 to 5 players. It's a high fantasy board game. Players take on the role of adventuring heroes, each with their own set of unique skills. All or Nothing Productions launches Shadows of Kilforth, a fantasy quest game for 1 to 4 players. It is a sequel and standalone expansion to Gloom of Kilforth, a fantasy quest game. On March 4th, Caper Games launches Get to Billy the Kid, a game for 4 to 8 players. It takes about 20 to 30 minutes to play. It's a social deduction card game. These next few launch on March 5th. Return from Subroutine launches Sidekick Saga, a game for 1 to 4 players. It takes about 60 to 90 minutes to play. The superheroes are gone, but the sidekicks are ready to take the day. It's a co-op adventure, combat, and exploration game. There are one-off scenarios, or there's an ongoing story to find the missing superheroes. One of the unique mechanics in the game is the villain pyramid. You have to fight the small bad guys before you can get to the bigger bad guys. The Silver River comes from Robert Burke Games, designed by Robert Burke and Nate Bivens. It's a 2 to 4 player game that takes about 90 to 120 minutes to play. It's a 4X style game that takes place in our own galaxy. Perplexed launches Roland Wright, the dice game. It's the first game in their premium Roll and Write series. From the team that created Paco Games, you play as Roland Wright, an obsessed game designer pursuing the perfect dice game in time to make the Game of the Year award submission deadline. Van Ryder Games launches the second season to graphic novel adventures. Melissa actually has a prototype of the mystery scenario, and she'll be doing a preview video of that soon. Thundergriff Games launches Iwari. It is a 2 to 5 player game that takes about 45 minutes to play. It's an abstract-like Euro game. Players are going to be expanding their settlements into 5 different regions on the board. Motherlode Games launches Mech Force International Defense League for 2 to 4 players. It takes about 90 to 120 minutes to play. You get to build your own mech, gain battle dice, and inflict massive damage to the enemy. Bright Light Media launches Mixtape Massacre Escape from Tall Oaks on March 6th. Also on March 6th, Garphill Games launches Paladins of the West Kingdom, their second game in the West Kingdom series. You can check out a preview video and live playthrough from our friends David and Jeremy at Man vs. Meeple on their YouTube channel. And I heard that early March that Eagle Gryphon will be launching a deluxe edition of Age of Steam, but I haven't heard any more word of that recently. On March 8th, Queen Games launches Copenhagen. It is a game for 2 to 4 players. It takes about 20 to 40 minutes to play. In the game, players must design new facades for their houses so they fit seamlessly into this beautiful harbor setting. Vento Nuovo Games launches Kiev 41, a game for 1 to 2 players. It takes about 60 to 120 minutes to play. It uses the same basic game engine of Moscow 41 with a few tweaks and changes to suit the differing conditions in the south. Zarua Games launches Dino Dig on March 11th, a game for 2 to 5 players. It takes about 20 minutes to play. On March 12th, Daniel Aronson, the designer of Taco Fight, launches a game for 1 to 4 players. It takes about 5 to 6 minutes to play. It's a fully co-op, real-time frenzy as you and your friends defend against 6 waves of increasingly spicy tacos by smashing them, eating them, or fighting them with an army of your own tacos. On March 12th, Flying Lemur Game Studio launches Dark Side of the Mine, a game for 2 to 4 players that takes about 30 to 45 minutes to play. It's a game where mining corporations compete to extract resources from nearby asteroids. On March 13th, Funtails launches Glenmore 2 Chronicles, a game for 2 to 4 players. It takes about 75 to 90 minutes to play. It is a sequel to Glenmore, but expands the gameplay substantially compared to the original game. Better components, and there is a set of 8 expansions to the base game. On March 14th, Leader Games launches an expansion to Root, the Underworld expansion. It adds the Great Underground Duchy, the Corvid Conspiracy, and 2 new maps. In early March, Puzzling Pixel Games launches A Note for Murder, a game for 2 to 4 players. It takes about 10 to 20 minutes to play. You and your other fellow detectives must piece together clues to deduce the identity of the murder suspect. And I believe sometime in March, Stronghold Games will be doing a relaunch of Aftershock. You can check out our preview video on our YouTube channel. In early March, We Robbing Games launches 4 Treasures, game for 2 to 4 players. It takes about 40 to 90 minutes to play. Some of the game mechanisms include Take That, tile placement, and variable player powers. During the game, players will be laying their tiles on the main game board. They'll be fighting monsters, gaining treasures, and eventually trying to get the ultimate treasure in the middle of the game board.
So from this list of board games, we will be doing videos for Sidekick Saga, the Roland Wright game from Perplexed, Iwari from Thundergriff Games, Copenhagen, Taco Fight, and Glenmore 2 Chronicles. Well, how can you enter for a chance to win this copy of Codenames Harry Potter? Well, in the comments below, tell me if you've ever been to a board game convention, and if you have, which ones they were and which ones were your favorite. We'd love for you to join us at TantrumCon next year in the upstate of South Carolina. We're still working out the dates, but we're hoping for it to be in February 2020. We just finished the TantrumCon 2019, and it was a blast. So tell me what your favorite board game conventions are, or if there's any games from the list that you're really looking forward to. And just so you know, we are also working on a big giveaway of probably like 20 board games. We're still collecting those, but we're just hitting 16,000 subscribers, and we're getting close to the 20,000 mark, so we thought we'd start working towards that. So look forward to, in the next month or two, for a big giveaway, and so we can hit that 20,000 subscribers soon. Well, thanks for joining me on this video, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
This episode is sponsored in part by Colossal Games. Check out their game currently on Kickstarter, Consumption, Food and Choices.